Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. This one's from user TA. Am I paranoid? Should I be worried about my partner's coworker? Hoping to get an outside perspective to see if I'm reading too much into this. A bit of background. My partner, male 30, and I, female 32, have been together for about 4 years now. Prior to our relationship, he said he was very flirty with his coworker, female 26, and it was almost dating territory, but nothing serious happened. Let's call this coworker M. M threw a party, and my partner invited me to come. When I introduced myself and M realized whose partner I was, she pulled me aside so that we were alone and asked, "So, what's so special about you then?" I've got to admit, the comment hurt a lot and caught me off guard. Luckily, a group of giggling girls approached, interrupting the inquisition. I ended up avoiding them and keeping to myself for the rest of the night. I get it, she's younger than me, she's thinner and much more attractive than me, and she and her twin sister are Instagram famous. I know I'm not physically attractive by traditional standards, but the comment still came off really prickly and rude. Like she couldn't fathom why my partner would ever pick someone ugly like me over a model like her. My partner still works with her, and they do go out for drinks after work sometimes. I'm not usually the jealous type. My partner invites other nude models to pose for his work, and he has many beautiful female friends who are lovely to me. But I really don't like M, and I don't trust M, particularly after her party comments. I'm concerned that M is flirting with him, or that she is saying snarky, disrespectful remarks about me that he ignores as jokes. I'm concerned that if I don't point this behavior out, it might go right over my partner's head and build into something worse. At the same time, I'm concerned that if I tell my partner what she said, he'll say it's no big deal and take her side because she's pretty, and I'll just come off as the jealous girlfriend. Am I reading too much into this? Should I let it slide, or should I bring it up with my partner? Well, OP, the first thing I would say is you owe it to your partner to tell him about how you're feeling. You've been with him for 4 years. The main question is, do you trust him? I'm not going to go into the topic of looks because this is a relationship issue. I would bring it up with your partner. I would bring it up as a concern, not that you don't trust him or that you think she's doing these things to undermine you or whatnot. Just tell him what happened at the party and how it made you feel, and that you've got all these questions or, insecurities arising. And as your partner, he should be able to put your mind at ease and take action. The thing is, OP, the biggest contributor to a healthy relationship is communication. And if you're stewing your head over something that you're struggling with and you haven't spoken to your partner about it and it involves him, then that's the first thing that you should do. For all you know, he's already shut her down plenty of times and he just doesn't acknowledge her anymore, and that's why she's asking why you're so special. So again, I go back to the point of the question is, do you trust him or not? Anyways, that's what I would have written in the community comments. So how about we move on to the other commenters and what they said. DMoney100 says, tell him, not out of jealousy or pettiness, but exactly as you put, so he knows and it doesn't go over his head. Maybe he has noticed things but didn't want to bring them up until you say something. If he sides with her, he doesn't deserve you. Kind of should lose your respect. And stop talking so lowly of yourself. He is with you. Like she was saying, you clearly got something about you that she doesn't have. So I wouldn't be so quick to put yourself down. OP responds, thank you for your nice comments. Smiley face. While I'm not a beautiful model, I do know I have some great qualities. I'm charitable, and I'm kind to people, and I'm smart, and I'm good at starting conversations with strangers. Well, except maybe for the scenario above. I'll try to articulate how I feel. If he does pick her side, I'm not going to try to win over a guy who doesn't pick me. Academic Nobody 4964 says, ask him how'd he take it if a guy from your past said that to him. You're not overthinking it. He's already admitted they have a past. I don't see how he can't see what's wrong with all this. OP responds, thanks. I wasn't sure if I was reading too much into her comment and being oversensitive. But I also know I would never say something so pointed to a stranger I've just met. And I'd be pretty annoyed if one of my friends had a go at my partner like that. My partner has met a guy I was seeing previously, and they got on really well. We've never had any drama, so I think this whole situation just makes me feel so awkward and second-guessing myself. I feel like maybe this was the first time she had any competition getting the guy she wanted. Might explain how blunt she was. My partner does have a lot of female friends who are much closer than she is, but I think she may want something more. Arionette says, "What was her tone like?" That sounds like a weird thing to say, even in a light, playful tone, honestly. I was thinking while reading, oh, maybe she's just very direct? But I'm a very direct person, and it sounds like she's being mean. Directly mean. OP responds, yeah, it did feel really odd to be honest. I guess it was kind of in a joking smirk, but also not really. Like when someone smiles with their mouth, but not their eyes. And then she seemed really intent on me answering the question. It's nice to hear someone else thinks it's weird, because I keep second guessing myself thinking it was maybe a bad taste joke I didn't get. I mean, who would be so brazen and deliberately rude at a party to a stranger? OP, I honestly don't think he's gonna pick her side, because he's already shut that down before. He's already rejected her and he's with you. He's been with you for 4 years. I believe that you're overthinking this because your insecurities are playing mind tricks on you. That girl M doesn't sound like somebody I'd like to be friends with, and yeah, if I were in your shoes, I wouldn't trust her around my partner either. But then do you trust your partner? I mean, do you think he would deliberately behind your back accept her jokes on you? I know for sure if any of my friends or coworkers would say anything regarding my partner, I'd shut it down right away. But anyways, at this point, this is just theorizing about what would happen. How about we move on to the update to find out what actually did happen? I told my partner about M's comments and that I don't trust her. I told him that I wasn't accusing him of cheating, but I would like him to call M out if she ever made any flirtatious advances or backhanded comments about me. My partner reacted much stronger than I expected. He was upset and absolutely livid for days. He reassured me that he loves me and that I am the best thing that has ever happened to him. He apologized for the way she treated me and said he would have never gone to the party if he had known she had feelings for him. My partner agreed that she is jealous of me, as it sounds like she is still hung up about being rejected years ago and is upset that he chose me. He said he hasn't noticed any flirting, but also he may not have noticed because he was in a committed relationship. As far as he is concerned, she was out of line and has burnt her bridges with him, and said he will be much more guarded in the future when they are at the same events. He immediately ceased contact on social media for both M and her sister, just in case the both of them were endorsing this behavior. He also asked me to please tell him if anyone says something like that to me again, and that he will always take my word and defend me. It was a big relief to have him support me so completely. I do feel guilty that this may jeopardize her future professional projects with him, but he said this is 100% her fault, not mine. Also, just thought I'd clarify a few things from my previous post. My partner isn't a player or an a-hole, so I'm sorry if he came off that way. While my partner does catch up with his coworker after hours, it's usually at a wrap-up party or work-related outing, like someone's going away party. His industry relies heavily on networking and connections. He doesn't do one-on-one drinks with her or anything like that. My partner and I have been close friends for years prior to our relationship, so we already know each other's history. There's never been any jealousy, and this is the closest we've ever been to drama. My partner has never compared me to M or anyone else. I am critical about my appearance because I have some disfigurement to my face that cannot be hidden with makeup. My family couldn't afford the corrective surgery when I was younger, and current finances are tight as I am completing a doctorate. So I have grown up with the remarks about my face that still make me very self-conscious about my appearance. Silver lining, being conventionally ugly means that I put all of my XP points into being social and funny and learning how to fold fitted sheets, which is probably what attracted my partner in the first place. While some people, including previous partners, have made cruel remarks, my partner has never made a single derogatory comment about my appearance. He always says that I am beautiful, even though I sometimes get depressed over not being conventionally attractive or having a normal face. Thank you to everyone who gave advice and wrote lovely comments. I was being gaslit, ruminating over if I was just oversensitive to a harmless joke at my expense. It felt so comforting to hear other people agree that M's comments were straight up rude and that I wasn't just going crazy. I am happy and relieved that my partner believed me and stood by me, and our relationship feels a lot closer now that this is behind us. This is great news, OP. You talked to him, you told him what happened and how you felt, and look at his reaction. He didn't waste a second in taking your side, believing you right away, of course, because, he's your partner. Why couldn't he trust you, right? He cut her and her sister, just to be sure, out of his life, and she burnt his bridges with him, like he said, so he's not gonna be working with her anymore. Maybe they're in the same company or whatnot, I don't know what they do, but he just doesn't want to work with her anymore. Good. So once again, communication paid out. I have to say, I really like the way you did it, like you said in the beginning, that you brought this up, but yet you specifically said that you aren't accusing him of cheating or that you don't trust him. I think that was the right way of doing this thing, because somebody a little bit more impulsive might have gone on preemptively accusing them of, having a thing for M or whatever, and that would have just derailed the whole conversation into another realm, which you definitely want to stay away from. Anyways, it's great to know that this thing has been sorted and that you guys are now closer than before. So here's to you and your boyfriend, OP. All the best to the both of you. And so we've reached the end of the video. I truly hope you liked it. If you did, leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to reach our goal of 100,000 subscribers. Also, if you feel like chatting with others from this community, you can always join my Discord server and check out my subreddit. I'll leave the links in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video.